So you have one day in Tokyo, and after seeing all of the things you can do in Tokyo from my videos, you might be a little worried how you're gonna fit it all in such a short period of time. Well, no need to fear, because I have designed the perfect and most efficient one-day Tokyo itinerary you could ask for. Not a single minute will be wasted in this perfect plan I have crafted just for you. I will show you where each spot is, what buses or trains you need to take, and everything you can do at each location. And how do I know this? Well, that's because today I'm gonna show you how easily it can be done firsthand. So right now we're currently in Tsukiji Market and we have no time to waste, so let's get started. Stop number 1, Toyosu and Tsukiji Fish Market. Starting off this itinerary, we have Toyosu and Tsukiji Fish Market, which should be visited anywhere from as early as 7 a.m. to as late as 10 a.m. Out of the two fish markets, Toyosu is usually the best place to start your day. That's because if you arrive early enough, you can observe the morning fish auction they have from their observation deck. However, the only problem is you have to get there really early, and I mean like 5 in the morning kind of early if you want to see this fish auction. Along with that, most train lines won't be running that early, so your easiest way of getting to the auction will be via taxi if you really want to see this event, which is why I didn't specifically include it in the itinerary's time slot, because it really isn't going to ruin your day if you decide to skip out on this auction. So if you don't feel like going to Toyosu at the crack of dawn, that's not a problem. Most of the other attractions at Toyosu Market don't even open until 7 or 8 in the morning. So if you do decide to go to this market at a more reasonable hour, most train lines will be open at this point, so you can take the Yurikamome line from Shimbashi Station to Shijomae Station, or just take a bus from Shimbashi Station as well. Aside from the tuna auction, you can spend the morning sampling the several different restaurants at the market, all of which use the fresh fish and seafood that came from Toyosu Market that very morning. And with all that in mind, it goes without saying that you cannot miss this market without trying the fish sushi style. Once you've done enough sampling at Toyosu Market, you can take a bus directly to Tsukiji Market, the original and still very popular fish market of Tokyo. While the fish auction was moved to Toyosu Market, the majority of what makes Tsukiji Market great still remains there to this day. Here, you can explore all the various forms of delicious seafood you would find at Toyosu, but in a much more up-close and personal style. What's even better, if you find some seafood you like but don't want to eat it raw, you can take it upstairs to a perfect spot called Tsukiji Uogashi. This place will allow you to barbecue any of the foods you might have picked up at any of the fish market stalls in the area. And even if you're not a fan of seafood and somehow got dragged by your friends there, you can still enjoy your time at Tsukiji, as they have other great treats to choose from, like matcha teas, ice cream, and even some great beef yakitori to snack on. Toyosu and Tsukiji Fish Market are truly some great places to spend your morning, and is a great way to start your day in Tokyo. Now that it's about 10 or 11 in the morning, it's time to move on to our next spot on this itinerary. Number 2 on our one-day itinerary is Teamlab Planet's Tokyo. While this might seem like a lot of time on only one attraction out of the many things to do in Tokyo, you can easily spend up to 1.5 to 2 hours here, which is why I have marked it down to be anywhere from 9 a.m. to as late as 12 p.m. This takes into account the amount of time it will take you to get to Teamlab, which can take about 30 minutes via the Yurakucho and Yurikamome line from Tokyo to Shin Toyosu Station if you're just starting out your day, or about 15 minutes by bus from Tsukiji Fish Market if you're following this itinerary to the minute. However, in order to make sure this time window will work, you will need to book your tickets for Teamlab about a week in advance. But that part is easy because I provided the link in the description below, so you can book your tickets online very easily. And believe me, you want to include this on your Tokyo plans for many reasons. Each room is absolutely fascinating, as they have their own unique theme to pique your senses and really make you feel like you've gone to another world. While I won't spoil all the rooms for you, some of the highlights of this place are the colorful and mystical pools where you can see holographic fish swimming all around you. There is the mesmerizing dome of flowers where you can see almost lifelike looking flowers swirling all around you on all sides. And finally, you have the iconic Infinite Crystal Universe Room, where it looks like you are staring into a bedazzling array of endless crystal stars. And as I said, this is only a very small sample of everything you can see here, but I don't want to spoil too much so you can enjoy the full experience yourself. Teamlab Planets is definitely an unforgettable experience you cannot miss on your day trip to Tokyo. Now that we are done exploring the fantastic world of Teamlab Planets, let's move on to our next spot that's not only one of the closest areas from Teamlab planets, but is also one of the most well-known areas in Tokyo. Stop number 3, Tokyo Station and Ginza District. Known for its stylish shopping and dining areas, Tokyo and Ginza are the perfect spots for a nice lunch, which you can follow up with exploring all the great shopping malls to walk off that meal. So for our one-day Tokyo itinerary, the best time to visit Tokyo Station and Ginza is anywhere from 12 p.m. to about 3 p.m. as it fits perfectly between what we have done so far in the morning and what we have planned later in the day. To get here from Teamlab Planets is pretty easy. All you need to do is either take a bus from Teamlab straight to Tokyo Station, or you can take the Yorozu line from Toyosu to Tokyo Station. When you finally arrive, you'll probably be pretty hungry, as it will be around lunchtime for our one-day itinerary. And Tokyo or Ginza couldn't be a better place to eat at. As soon as you get dropped off in Tokyo Station, all you need to do is go one floor below and you'll be met with one of the biggest underground restaurant complexes in the city. Throughout the entire basement of Tokyo Station, you'll find dozens of great restaurants, including the iconic Ramen Alley, which is one of the highlights of Tokyo Station. However, if you want to enjoy your meal with a little more atmosphere, you can either take a stroll through Marunouchi Street and enjoy a nice meal next to all of the high-end shopping complexes, or you can do a quick walk over to the Ginza district, where they have plenty of great restaurants there as well. Assuming you spend about an hour eating lunch, you can spend the last couple hours here exploring all the different shopping centers these districts have to offer. For example, you have Ginza 6, which is home to hundreds of upscale designer stores. There is the Marunouchi shopping strip that is full of beautifully designed shopping centers, perfect for some cheap souvenirs, and much more. And of course, if you haven't seen it yet, you can always take a short walk directly down the street from Tokyo Station, appreciate the great views the Imperial Palace has to offer, and walk through the serene park before moving on to the next place. If you want to see a lot more things to do in the area, check out my Ginza video, which goes much more into depth on all the great things you can do here. But with all that out of the way, let's move on to our next spot, which is another area you want to visit before it gets too dark out. Stop number 4, Asakusa Station. Up next on our one-day Tokyo tour, we have Asakusa, which is a must if you have never visited the iconic Sensoji Temple or caught a glimpse of Tokyo Skytree up close. And with it being such a flexible part of the itinerary, you can visit Asakusa at pretty much any part of the day as long as it's still light out. But for the sake of this particular one-day itinerary, the best time to visit Asakusa would be from about 3 p.m. to 5 p.m., giving you plenty of time to see the main attraction and a few other great spots here. Although Sensoji Temple is one of the main reasons to visit Asakusa, you really don't need to spend a lot of time there. Between walking the main strip of Nakamise Dori and snapping photos of Sensoji Temple up close, you really only need to give yourself about 30 to 45 minutes to get all the main touristy things done. This gives you at least another hour to choose from the several other great things to do in Asakusa. For example, you can go to the less visited but unique Imado Shrine, which is home to the Manakineko figurines. You can head over to Kappabashi, where you can check out some of Japan's best cutlery, kitchenware, and even buy some of the iconic display food Japan is famous for. Or, saving the best for last, like a dessert, you can head over to Suzuki and Asakusa and get some of the world's best and strongest matcha ice cream, or head over to Yorozu Chaya and get one of the most magical and fantastic fruit parfaits you'll ever taste in your life. And that is just some of the many other things you can do while you visit Asakusa, which I've covered in depth in another video if you want to check out all the great things you can do in Asakusa. Now that the sun is going down, I know a perfect place to check out when it gets dark out. Stop number 5, Akihabara. Akihabara, famously known for its vast amount of hobby and electronic shops, cosplay centers, and gaming arcades, is a great place to check out right after the sun goes down. That's because while Akihabara is a vibrant part of Tokyo that lights up after dark, a lot of the places here don't stay open very late. Most major hobby shops and stalls like Super Potato will start to close around 8 p.m. With all that in mind, the best time to visit Akihabara for the sake of this one-day itinerary would be about from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. as you will be able to catch the majority of these stores before they close, yet still enjoy the vibrant lights of Akihabara's main strip. To get here from our previous stop of Asakusa, all you need to do is hop on the Asakusa line and ride it to Asakusa Bashi Station, transfer over to the Chuosobu line, and that's it. You'll be be in Akihabara in as little as 10 minutes. Anyways, now that we're here and ready to explore the streets of Akihabara, let me show you the best way to check out this area in just a couple hours. The easiest way is to start off by heading into the biggest hobby store in Akihabara, Akihabara Radio Kaikan, which you'll find right outside the Electric Town exit of Akihabara Station. The store has almost everything you would want to see from your typical Japanese hobby shop, with several floors of unique souvenirs to take home. After you've checked out the many floors of intriguing items at the hobby shop, you can head out to the main strip and get a great view of Akihabara in all of its lit up glory. But instead of going immediately straight down the strip, you'll want to cross the street first, as there is much more to do on the other side. For example, you can check out Super Potato, which is full of retro video game nostalgia. And as a bonus, if you head to the top floor of Super Potato, you can even play some classic arcade games that will take you back to your childhood. Further down the strip, you can visit Busu Shoten, one of the most impressive prop shops you'll find in Tokyo. Here, they have impressive replicas from all around the world, such as these realistic looking katanas and lifelike looking guns. What's even cooler, realistic weapons aren't the only thing you can find here, as they have an astounding replica of the massive sword used from the anime Berserker as well. And finally, if you haven't been to Akihabara yet, you definitely need to check out the Taito station, which is right across the street from Busu Shoten and Super Potato. Taito station is one of the last arcade centers in Akihabara, which has several floors of great games that you can't miss out on while you're in the area. Well, I hope you enjoyed the recommended route of how to spend your couple of hours in Akihabara, but there is a lot more this area has to offer. So if you want to see everything you can do in Akihabara, check out my video about it so you can see all the best things to do here. Alright, it's getting a little bit later in the day, but I know the perfect spot to not only enjoy a great dinner, but also enjoy a great nightlife. Stop number 6, Shinjuku Station. Shinjuku is one of the best places to visit at night, not only for its vibrant night lights, but also because of its dozens of places to enjoy a nice dinner at a restaurant or drinks at a bar. And while there are many great places that are open in Shinjuku well into the night, for the sake of our one-day itinerary, it is best to spend your time in Shinjuku from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. So we have enough room for our last spot on this list. Getting to Shinjuku from Akihabara is pretty simple and surprisingly fast. All you need to do is use the Chuo Sobu line from Akihabara Station, and you'll be at Shinjuku Station in a little under 20 minutes. Once you're there, you can head over to the Kabukicho district, where you'll find the majority of Shinjuku's nightlife. You can get a nice traditional and cheap Japanese meal at places like Shinpachi Shokudo, or if you're really hungry and have some cash to burn, you can go all out and get all you can eat Wagyu beef at Nikuya no Dai Dokoro. But if you have searched all the restaurants and can't find something you like, you can always head over to Shinjuku's newest and hottest attraction, Kabukicho Tower. Inside, you have an entire floor of tiny restaurants smacked together into what you would call a yokocho. At this yokocho, you have dozens of different restaurants you can choose from, and even enjoy a live performance for free. Then, as you make your way to the second floor, you can indulge in the dozens of mini claw machines and try your luck at getting the many prizes available inside. If claw machines aren't your thing, you can also enjoy the gachapon machines and gaming bar on the same floor. After enjoying a great dinner at either Kabukicho Tower or any of the restaurants in the area, you can spend the remaining time in Shinjuku wandering the streets of Kabukicho, or even heading over to the Tokyo Metropolitan Government Building to enjoy a beautiful, but more importantly, free view of Tokyo's beautiful cityscape at night. And like all the previous spots mentioned, check out my video on Shinjuku so you can see all the best things to do there as well. Alright, now that we've visited Shinjuku's nightlife, it's time to visit our last stop, which has an equally impressive nightlife. Stop number 7, Shibuya Station. While Shibuya is a great place to visit during the day, the best time to visit this area is really at nighttime. Shibuya is famously known for its vibrant and energizing nightlife, which almost always goes well into the morning. So while the best time to visit Shibuya is any time after the sun goes down, for the sake of our itinerary, we saved it for last, which would be from 8:30 to about 11 p.m. That way you can make the last train if you want to go home. Also, getting to Shibuya from Shinjuku Station is pretty easy. All you need to do is take the Yamanote line south and you'll be at Shibuya in as little as 5 minutes. Once you arrive, you are immediately in one of the first places to visit in Shibuya, and that's going to be none other than Shibuya Scramble Square. Here, you can check out the floors upon floors of shopping centers and restaurants this complex has to offer. But if you've had enough shopping for one day, there's still one more thing you can do here. If you keep heading up to the 14th floor of Scramble Square, you'll find the entrance to one of the coolest spots in Tokyo, Shibuya Sky. Here, for a small fee, you can get one of the best open-air views of Tokyo. At Shibuya Sky, you can have a great time taking in the views, laying down, and enjoying the relaxing breeze at the top. When you're done having a great time outside, it's time to find a nice place to enjoy the nightlife inside. Right across the street from Shibuya Sky is Chuogae, one of Shibuya's main downtown nightlife areas. But before you go across the street to Chuogae, make sure you don't forget to take some great pictures of yourself at the iconic Shibuya crossing, which is absolutely fantastic to view at night. Anyways, at Chuogae, you can pick from dozens of different izakayas and Japanese bars tucked away in every nook and cranny of Chuogae. But if you want to try a slightly classier spot in the same area, all you need to do is go up to the second floor of Tokyo Plaza and check out C'est La Vie. This upscale rooftop bar is perfect for people that want to dress up and enjoy the Shibuya nightlife in a little bit of a fancier fashion. But if you're not looking for a simple Japanese izakaya or a fancy bar and want to get the real party started, you can head to Hyakendana and Dogenzaka Hills, where you'll find a lot of great clubs, late night bars, and even some love hotels. And that is just a small sample of everything you can do in Shibuya. Check out my other 2 videos on this place if you want to see everything you can do here. Now that we're technically at the end of the day, let me give you a bonus tip if you really want to make this a 24-hour excursion. If you really want to stay out and keep this party going, there are plenty of clubs and areas in Tokyo that are open well into the night. You can head to Roppongi if you want to check out some of the best nightclubs in the city, like V2 or One Oak. You can go to Shinjuku if you want to find plenty of yokochos that will be open until the sun comes up. You can head to Shin Okubo and hang out at Koreatown's newest bar and karaoke scene, which is also open until first train. Or you can stay in Shibuya, which has plenty of fun clubs and bars. Now, with all this information, you can easily stay out and proudly say you made the most out of your 24 hours in Tokyo. Like this video if you found it useful, subscribe for more Japan content, and check out my affiliate links in the description below when you're planning your trip in Japan. Well, that's gonna do it, and until then, I'll see you next time.